Hi and hello, and today we're going to be talking about more Mr. Beast drama. Yes, it's once again Mr. Beast drama, but it is in Mr. Beast who has committed the drama committed drama. Yeah, basically, Dogpack 404, the guy we all trusted and everything, lied about basically everything except like 1.5 things, which is a really scummy thing to do to such a big YouTuber. Now, before I start off this video, it doesn't mean Mr. Beast is an absolute saint. Like, yes, he did cure the blind, which is a really good act, but he has done countless other things. But Dogpack, oh, it's just scummy what he's done. He's manipulated Rosanna Pansino into believing Mr. Beast is literally a child creditor, if you know what I mean. And just furthermore, he paints him in a really bad picture to the point like it makes Mr. Beast look like an absolute villain. Now, before we start off today's video, make sure to, of course, like and subscribe and comment if I missed out anything. I'm going to link the full video in the bio because, you know, I'm not going to shrink down 1 hour and 30 minutes into, like, 12 minutes. That's physically impossible. But I hope you enjoy the video. Let's start. The first sector we're going to cover off is the Delaware situation. Now, for any of you new gens that don't know the Mr. Beast drama somehow, basically Delaware is this Jake the Viking's brother, and he is a convicted offender. I'm not going to say the other words, my video is going to get age restricted, but you know what type of offender I'm talking about, the one that has to put registered in front of everything. Yeah, it's a really bad word, but he is confirmed to be an offender. That's where Dogpack got right. But the thing he didn't get right is how Jimmy willingly hired him. Now, this is a really strange phenomenon, because basically, he painted Jimmy's mum even in a bad light, saying, oh, she completely accepted a registered offender into Jimmy's team. Now, what really happened is that Jimmy was just dumb. I'm just gonna let the clip explain it.
But the lie spun by Dogpack and Jake Weddle that Mr. Beast knowingly hired a registered sex offender and while working at the company would refer to him by covert codename Delaware because of the crimes he committed there, and as a result is not allowed to go back into the state of Delaware, and that Mr. Beast higher-ups are using that nickname because they enjoy messed up insider jokes like that. Just saying that out loud makes it sound like a contrived side plot in a badly written Netflix series, since state banishments are extremely rare. Most recent one I found was a 1-year Kentucky banishment in the year 2000. Luckily,
now the first real stab to the heart of Dogpack 404 is that what he said is true. State banishments are insanely rare. The last one happened in 2000. That was literally before I was born. Yeah, I am young, but that was before I was born, and maybe most of you. That's 24 years since when it's happened, and some random guy who appeared on a Mr. Beast video masked up is going to be banished out of a state for life? It's just, since I didn't really realize this because, you know, I am young, but we should have noticed this from the start. But first of all, I'm not, like, taking this guy's word 100%, because look what happened to Dogpack. We took his word 100%, so he could just pull another Dogpack situation, so just keep a close eye out for that.
but also about his own friends and colleagues. Well, he explained that Delaware was once a store manager at Jimmy's local Best Buy, which, for the people who don't know, Best Buy is a $20 billion valued electronics retailer company with stores all over the US. I mean that when Jimmy was 19 and first started blowing up on YouTube, Jimmy realized he needed employees to improve his content, so as a dumbass impulsive 19-year-old randomly thrown into fame, he went to his local Best Buy and asked its employees if they wanted to work for him, naively thinking that a multi-billion-dollar company would have at least made sure to not hire criminals and especially to not hire a registered sex offender as store manager. 19-year-old Mr. Beast didn't do background checks.
You heard it here, Mr. Beast is quite literally, or was, just a dumb teenager. He went into Best Buy with 3 of his friends and hired about 2 to 3 workers without doing background checks, which is, you know, awful dumb thing. But I'm not blaming Mr. Beast just for this. Like, I'm not glazing him, you know, I'm not, it's simple as lunch leave, just no. But what he didn't, what Best Buy didn't do, they didn't do a background check. And what he said, they're a $20 billion company. That's more than, like, a whole town's a whole town's economy. And they didn't do a background check on a registered offender. So, in conclusion, it really is just Mr. Beast's and Best Buy's fault. Because you'd think a company that big wouldn't, like, wouldn't like just let a criminal in without doing any type of checking. Like, not even like checking his name in a database, which takes about 10 seconds to do, by the way, since there's a whole website about that for Mr. Beast without just, you know, doing the normal hiring process.
Was that stupid? Yes. Is Delaware a piece of shit? Yes. Should Jimmy take responsibility for making that mistake? Yes. But it wasn't this fucked up master plan by Jimmy to intentionally hire an RSO. It was a dumb mistake by an inexperienced adolescent starting up a business. And you don't need to take mine or Dustin's word for it. If someone did but a shred of research...
But yeah, a quick side note, like whenever he interviewed people, he would either manipulate them into like slurring their words into what he wanted them to say about Mr. Beast, or never informed them that he was actually recording the entire call. Now that did actually happen with a ex-Mr. Beast employee that I'll tell you like later on, but Jake Webble, he actually just got manipulated to saying what Dogpad wanted to say.
You guys recording him and using that recording without his consent? Okay. Hi Garrett, can you tell me a bit about how long you worked at Mr. Beast?
I was at Mr. Beast from around 2017 to 2021.
So you've worked there for 5 years and could be seen as a credible ex-employee.
Yep.
You're the person who we can hear talk about Delaware in the recording Dawson or Dogback 404 shows in his video. Can you tell me a bit about how that happened?
Yeah.
Now onto my point where he says he used recordings without like people's permission by saying, oh hey, I'm recording, is that okay? Now you can see the guy in this video is clearly telling the guy that he is recording him because he has his face cam and everything. But what Dogpack technically did was told him to just say a couple of words in a really bad light, and then just so he didn't know, he slurred his voice with a high pitch so he would understand. But like the average hardcore Mr. Beast viewer would obviously know that this is an ex-employee. Like if you're an OG.
One of my dear friends who I believe I lost is the same guy who did the war crime joke, which turned out to not be a joke. He got injured at Mr. Beast, and that's because of Viking. On that shoot, everybody else had to stay behind and clean up. And Viking said, fuck that, let's just throw all of this over the side of the mountain, like littering in a national park. And my good dear friend, who I kept saying was one of the good people over there, said, you're not going to do that. I'm not going to let you do that. And Viking said, watch me. And he did it. But my friend gathered up all the stuff he could to make sure there was just that much less litter. And that's a really good thing to do. He carried everything he could down the mountain, and he broke his ankle. They said, yeah, you were carrying too much stuff, right? Yes, he was. Because that guy's a saint.
And blame me for our friend Dustin. I'll use names, unlike you. Our friend Dustin falling and breaking his leg. Or not his leg, yeah, his ankle, I'm sorry. Falling and breaking his ankle.
Now, why would someone who Jake Weddle himself, who is clearly against Mr. Beast...
There's no surprise that Jake the Viking is an awful human being. Like, first, like, this Dustin guy said, oh, you're breaking the Geneva Convention. He never said that, to be honest. He only said that to Jake the Viking, which it isn't a Geneva Convention, it's just a really awful thing because it's littering on a national park, which I'm not sure if that's illegal since we don't really have that many national parks in the UK. We only have about like 2. What Dustin, the good friend, did is, he went down and got all the trash and he broke his ankle, and then Jake the Viking slurred his words on an interview, which just tells us how much untrustworthy this Mr. Beast employees are, saying, oh, he broke his ankle going down the mountain, not because I threw down trash and he wanted to be a good human.
I'm sorry, but if I'd see my friends actively ranting about pedophiles and bashing them, I'd actively be convinced to not think they're a pedophile when they send degenerate memes like this. I just cringe on the inside while thinking that they have a degenerate sense of Zoomer humor. Even Trey Yates, the person who leaked the work chat to Dogpack and Rosanna, refers to those memes as a weird thing Ava found funny in the past, instead of confirmed.
Now, there's a lot to cover about the CP topic, because basically, number one, Rosanna Pansino changed the thumbnail about 4 times to try and gather as much views as possible. You could argue she was doing it for attention, but you could also argue she was doing it for views. Also, Dogpack isn't a safe person here, because number one, it wasn't CP, it was just a really weird picture of Ivana Trump when she was 18. Legal. Now, I'm not defending Ava Chris Tyson here. I still do believe she is an awful person and should not come back to the internet in any regards whatsoever. But it just seems like Dogpack didn't really care about exposing Mr. Beast. He just wanted to get a quick cash grab, which is an awful thing. Because, for example, Mr. Beast having such a large company at this point, not even a YouTube channel, it could have ruined his life. There's even more things in that work chart, which is just too much to discuss. But number one, I'm not defending Ava Chris Tyson, I'm gonna keep on saying that, but the way they slurred her words is an awful way to just get more views. Number one, there was this anime where I'm pretty sure this 23-year-old took in and dated this something 17-year-old, I don't think he dated, but it wasn't a creepy anime, it was actually really wholesome anime, about him saving her from, you know, but also the memes Chris used to send were just really out-of-pocket and edgy by the guy who even sent the work chat saying it was just out-of-pocket, edgy, Dark Lord type.
The ages 1 to 100 video by claiming that he didn't really wink.
In this video, this wink was added in post.
And that number 58 didn't hear number 42 getting out of the booth.
In fact, 58 was actually on the far opposite side of the room from 42, and he just didn't hear him.
And because of that, number 58, a 58-year-old man, was so confused and getting harassed online to the point he felt that he had to make a TikTok about it.
Hey guys, Mr. 58. Been a while since I've posted anything, but something's really been concerning me a little bit. I've been seeing things on the internet that have said I didn't wink in the Mr. Beast video 1 to 100. I did wink.
Now, I have no clue why Dogpack is, like, using old people to support his claims. And about Wink, I'm pretty sure this was about, like, when Mr. Beast was, you know, adding generative effects. And about that Lamborghini hole, yes, they did actually dig out the hole. It took him about 20 hours. An actual Mr. Beast employee confirmed this. But about the wink, yes, he did wink. He literally said it on camera. Dogpack just tried to make a random person hated for no reason. You can see the type of person this guy is, and he said he didn't monetize him, which he didn't, but he tried to probably make the videos and then put it into a different project, like all the views he got saying, oh hey guys, I've got my main channel now, please subscribe to this. And you know, some people would have subscribed, but I highly doubt, why did he even make these videos? Now, what did we learn at the end of the day? Don't trust anyone, except if you really, really know them. But at the end of the day, you can't trust anyone. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye!